Alright, so we're going to continue looking at some of the CSS components that are available to us in Twitter Bootstrap. So we're going to look at list groups. List groups are basically unordered lists that they're made to look a little cleaner. So let's go ahead and put in a UL here. And the UL is going to have a class called list group. And then all of the LIs inside that list group will have class of list group item. So I'll just say list item, and let's go ahead and copy this. And that's what it looks like. So we get kind of we get good spacing between each item. We have some padding, we have borders. All right, now if we want to make this into kind of a menu with linked items, we can do that as well. For this, we're going to use a div instead of an unordered list and give it a class of list group. Okay, and then in here we're going to put A tags and give it a class list group item. Okay, so if we were to do that, now you can see we have linked list items. Okay, and it has a hover effect when we go over it. If we want to highlight one of these, we can go ahead and we can add an active class. So that'll make it blue. That'll highlight it in blue. We can also use the contextual colors here. If we go, let's say list group, actually we can just add it onto this one here, say dash success, and that should make it green. Or maybe we do have to add it separately, like that. There we go. Okay, so we can highlight them, all the different Bootstrap colors. So you can use primary, info, success, danger, and warning. And I think we have some other options as well. If we go to the documentation and go to list group, okay, we can also use badges here, you can see, for maybe a directory or something like that. So let me just grab that. Okay, so paste that in, and I'll copy that. Okay, so you can see that now we have list items with badges. We can also do, let's see, custom content. Okay, so we can make it look like this. If we want to grab this div. And let's just copy this right here. Just put in some text right here. And let's remove the active from these two. Save that. And now we have a nice little content area, a little linked content area. Alright, so that's list groups. Next thing we're going to look at are panels, and panels are used basically as content holders. So for instance, let's see, if we go and we click on panels, okay, here's a basic example. I'm just going to grab that. Okay, so basic panel just has a border around it. But what you probably want is a panel with a heading. Okay, so for instance, let's grab this. Okay, so this one, you have a panel title, and then you have the panel content. All right, so this could actually be used for like a main section of a page where you have the article title and then the content. Okay, we also have wells. So if we say div class well, and let me just grab some kind of text here, and we'll just type something in. And we reload, and that basically, whoop, I don't want that in the panel though. Alright, so a well gives you this gray background. Okay, if you use a panel, it's a white background. Well is going to give you the gray. Another thing we have is alerts. So let's say div class alert, and these have the context colors as well. So let's say success. Alright, so if we look at that, you can see that we have this green alert. So this would be a success message. Maybe you filled out a form and you want a message telling them everything went alright. Or you might want an error message, which you'd probably use alert danger. And that would give you a red message. Okay, and of course you can also use info and warning. I'm not sure if primary is one. Let's try it out. Okay, so primary doesn't give you anything. Alright, so those are warnings or alerts. And then we can also have progress bars, which can be helpful. Let's have a div with the class of progress. And let's do div class progress bar. And we want to put a style attribute in here. This is how we're going to basically tell it how much to fill it. So we'll say width, and that's going to be a percentage. We'll say 60%. And let's save it, reload, and you can see we have a progress bar with 60% full. Alright, now if we want text inside of it, we could actually put, let's say 60% like that, and reload, and that'll show the text inside of it. Alright, and you can also use context colors here as well. If we say progress bar success, and you can see now it's green. We can also make it striped. If you want to make it stick out a little more, we can say progress bar striped, reload, and now you can see it has these diagonal stripes. Alright, so some more nice looking components that we can use with Bootstrap. Now remember, you can always change these colors up if you want. For instance, this list item, what is it, active, list group item active. If we wanted to, we could say style list group item dot active, and let's say we wanted background black. Reload, and now you can see that these are black. Okay, so you can change things up, and you can see you can also do the hover color if you want to. So we'll copy that, say hover, and let's say we wanted it red. Now when I hover it, it's going to be red. Okay, so that's going to be it for our CSS components. In the next video, we're going to get into a really important aspect of Bootstrap, and that is the grid system.